welcome to the second episode of my Script Economy tutorial series. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the shop and also on some extra features. So, let's start by going to Minehut. So, first thing, before you actually work on a shop, I noticed a little bug which is here in the set tokens. As you can see, the player is before the integer, which means that this argument set doesn't even help because you always have to set the first argument. So what we can do is we can take the player and then we can just copy it here and then just change all of these like that. And you can also do this, but you can also either do this or just remove this part and only have the else part. Alright, so let's do sk reload tokens just to check if that works. So now if we set tokens, let's just set them to 12, then it doesn't work because these need to be, because that needs to say 1 as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just reload that and bang, so now it works. And now let's actually get working on the shop. So first thing, let's actually put a place for each part of the shop. Now I'm going to get myself here a chest. This is a really useful thing to do when you're making GUI. Just get yourself just like you need to get yourself all of the things that are in your GUI, and then you can design it way more easily. Like I just set this up and then I can just throw all of this out and then I can just decide where anything goes. So I'll take a diamond block, a diamond pickaxe, and also a Sherman Day potion or something. It can just be a water bottle. And I'll set them all up here. So this will be tools. Then this will be So this will be token items. This will be tools, and this last one can be let's say like ranks for your server, but for me I'm just not gonna do that one, so I'm just going to keep that empty and move these like that. So now we also need to figure out what slot of the GUI each of these are. So first of all, this entire row is 9, and then this is 10, 11, and then 12. But this is actually the 11th slot because the first slot is counted in as 0. So let's set slot 11 of GUI. 1 second, you need to close that. 2, and then let's do water bottle. And then let's also let's just give it the name of token items. Let's also color these and stuff like that. And now let's also set this slot. So if this is 12, if this is 11, then this is 12, 13, 14, and then 15. So we can just copy this, paste it here, and then instead of the water bottle we can do diamond pickaxe, and then let's also give it the name of tools of token and then tools, or just special tools. I think I'm going to name this special tools just because it makes more sense to me. So let's also set this to the slot of 15. For you it can be any other slot, like it can be even here, but for me this is the slot for 15 and 11. So now let's just save that and let's reload the script like that, and let's open the shop GUI, token shop, and bam, we have these. We still can't take any of them, but this like works. So now let's actually make a whole new GUI for both of these. So first of all, let's do an on inventory click event, and we'll just copy this, I guess, and we want to cancel the event, but we also want to check if event dash slot is 11. I think that's how you do this. Then you cancel event, and we'll just send this to test if this actually works, and slash token shop, and yeah, it works. So now what we can do is to simply just take all of this, copy it, paste it, and bam. Let's also just tab all of this, and now let's go ahead and do some change into this. So first of all, this needs to be token items. Then this can actually just stay like that, it doesn't really matter, but you can change this. And then we also have set slot blah 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 of GUI. Yeah, so instead of doing this, then we can do 3 new items or something. I'm gonna go with 2 new items, so I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to have this is going to be, I guess, a token potion, which will give you more tokens for a period of time. And then I'll also get myself a player head that I like. Alright, so I am going to use player heads, mostly just because custom heads are way harder to set up, and that's something for another tutorial because it's pretty complicated. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to find something in here that will look good. So yeah, till that happens, it's going to take a while. Okay, so I have found a cool looking thing which I am now going to summon using this. And if I will look at the comment, then you can see here in the skull owner part, you can see that the owner of the skull has gone. So now what you need to do is you need to set slot, and then we set 11 of GY to player head of has of player quote has gone to named quote, and then let's try the entry token, and wait, this needs to be entry and this needs to be NP. Talisman. So this should work. Actually, I'm not very sure if this will work. Yeah, just like I thought, that doesn't really work. Alright, so I've got myself the right player head, and I've already put it into the code. So as you can see, all that we have to do, and by the way, you don't actually have to do anything with player heads. I'm just decided to use player heads for this. But what I did was I set slot 15 of GY, so the slot that we've already decided, to the skull of, and then the username, paraved as an offline player, and then I just named it to the right name. Now you don't even have to use player heads, you can use anything you want, like maybe you want to make a pickaxe that just gives you more tokens, but this is what I decided to use. And if we are to open up the token shop and click on this, then we have ourselves here a token talisman. Now there is a little bit of a problem, and that is the fact that we can still steal. We can still take these items out of the GUI, and also this does nothing. This is literally just a player head. So what we will first fix is the problem with taking items, because it's literally just taking this, copying it, pasting it, and then just changing this to the word. This is literally, wait 1 second, and then just change this from shop to items. That's it, and that should fix that. Yep, now you cannot take any of these items. But now for the actual hard part, which is making the shop be a shop. That's pretty hard, but it actually is still pretty easy. So first thing first, let's copy all of this. Actually, let's copy this one. Let's not do that. And let's, instead of using, no, this is, yeah, so for slot 15, what you want to do is you want to simply hire this up, and then to do a simple if statement for if, and then let's just grab here the tokens of the player, is, and then you have to decide the price. Now you should also probably put the price here by using with lore quote and then cost. I will make this cost 75 tokens. No, that's actually a bit too much. 50 tokens. Let's also color code this. Alright, like that. And you can also just do a little bit of a description first. So gives 50% more tokens, and then you can just separate this with a comma. Oh wait, you actually can't use one percentage sign, so you actually just have to write percent. That's a bit of an annoyance, but it works. So if tokens of UID of player is 49 or higher. Now why am I using 49? Because you actually just we are using the or higher statement because Skript doesn't support is or higher. It doesn't support like stuff like equals equals or minus equals, stuff like that. It only supports a language like this. So we just have to take the number and minus it by 1. So now let's do this, and let's just actually let's make this work. So first thing first is we remove 50 tokens. Oh, sorry, you remove 50 from, I actually forgot how to do this, 1 sec. Tokens of the ID of player. Alright, so you remove 50 from tokens of UID of player, and then you also need to do, you actually need to like give the item. So what you want to do is we want to give player and then we just want to copy this, and this should work, except for the fact that we forgot to make two things. So first of all, here for the law, this does not need to be a comma, this needs to say and. Again, you don't have to have the description part, but I have it. And for this, that didn't work because we need to not write this, we need to write is higher than 49. I messed that up. So now, if we will set tokens, let's set them to 50. Then you can see it will set my tokens. And let's do tokens shop. Open this up and click this. And it didn't work. Why doesn't it work? Let's try this. SK. Let's just do tokens again. Okay, so something here doesn't work. Okay, this needed to say token items, not tokens shop. So let's just fix this. And let's just go to the token shop again. Oh wait, we need to reload first of all. So let's just reload token shop and bang. So now this works. But this is still just a play ahead. That will fix in a second. For now, let's also work on the second item for this. No, actually, we'll keep the second item for later. Let's actually work on all of the second shop, and then I'll actually make the items from the token items work in a separate section. So we can actually just copy all of these and like paste it right here, because this is pretty much the same. Now we don't need to actually copy this, so let's just delete it. So now let's just, instead of slot 11, we want to be slot 15, which is the tokens, which is the special tools. So let's just copy this and let's just paste it on this. Okay, so cool. So we have all of this, and then we actually want to set these items. So again, we want to set. Now I actually will design something new for this. So instead of having all of these, we want a pickaxe, a diamond sword, and an armor set you can also have, but I actually want to have an X here because an armor set is not something that I want to do here. Actually, you can do it, but it's a bit of a complicated code and it doesn't really work great, so I'm not going to do that, not here at least. So now that we have our tools here, so let's set slot 10 because that's the 11th slot, but you -1. Set slot 10 of GY2, and then let's do a diamond pickaxe of efficiency. Let's give this boy efficiency 10, and then let's also do this, and let's just write and unbreaking 5. That should have said 10, not 01. So that should work. Let's just also add a named quotes, and then let's name this a token pickaxe, and then let's also give it with lore which will just give it the cost of 100 tokens, which again we just want to be like this. So now we have all of this. Let's also set up the two other ones. So we have an X on slot A. If this is 10, then 12, 13, 14. So, wait, what? No. If this is 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so on slot 13, you want an X, diamond X of efficiency 10 and breaking 5. And let's just add this, I guess, because we also want to have another one here. So and also sharpness 7, and also this needs to be without a capital S. And then all we want to do is to change it to say X. We're going to keep the same price on them. And then for the sword, it's slots 13, 14, 15, 16. So this needs to be slot 16. For diamond sword, efficiency 10 and breaking 5. This one doesn't need efficiency, so we just give it sharpness 10. And I will keep it at 7 as well. Let's just name this the token sword. Again, the exact same cost. And now what we want to do is we want to have this also say special tools, because there needs to be a check for this. So Bane, and then this also say that. And let's start with slot 10. Now if it's higher than 99, then we remove 100. Instead of giving this player score, we will just give a diamond pickaxe, just exclude the law. And then all we really need to do is we need to just copy this 2 more times. So this is the second one, and then this is the third. So let's take the diamond X, and we'll just paste it here instead of the pickaxe. And then the sword, and again we just do the exact same thing. And bang! So, and we don't need law for the sword. 1 second. Again, and that should all work. Let's reload this token shop. This one still works, but we need some tokens, so let's just set tokens to like 1,000. And let's click this, and it buys us all the ones because I forgot to change this. So this needs to be 13 and this needs to be 16. Okay. So now let's do this again. Let's just reset our tokens and then reload. And bang. So again, special tools, and then we can buy the token pickaxe, token X, and token sword. And that just works now. So that's cool. As you can see, I bought both of them twice. So if I will do tokens, I have 400 tokens. Okay, so cool. So this all works, which is amazing. So, and now let's move on to the next section, which will be this making the special items work. Meanwhile, I'm going to take some water. Okay, so we're back here at the code. So what we want to do is we want to actually make the token items work. So first, let's actually start by, of course, adding the new and the second item. So let's set slot 11 of, again, GUI to a diamond pickaxe. Actually, no, let's not do that. Sorry, I meant to set this to a water bottle Yeah, to a border button named quote, and then let's name this the token potion. Yeah, so the token potion, and that's really all you need to do, except for, of course, adding a lore, which for this one we actually have a bit of lore here. Gives, first of all, you want to give this. Now you don't have to make this exactly how I'm making it. I'm making a token potion and a token talisman just because it's stuff that I have already coded and that I think actually works pretty cool. So again, you have the token potion with the lore, which I'm just going to make it this actually look like a potion. So let's just get a night vision potion. So this needs to be on a and what is the color code for normal blue? 1. And then what I want this to also have is, first of all, 50% more tokens, obviously. Actually, no, I think I'll do 75% more tokens. But this will also have the law of having 1 second. So this we also have mining fatigue, and then let's just make this look the same. So you have a currencies, and then let's make this be for 1 minute and 0 seconds. Yeah, like this. Yeah, that's how they do it. So, and then we also want to have another one plus 75% more tokens. Just that's what it should say. So let's again make this be all blue, like all light blue, and that should all work, except for the fact that it actually sort of doesn't, but it should. So let's again reload this, and yeah, so something doesn't work here, which is something here. Okay, so let's see what we did wrong. To skull of blah blah blah. Yeah, so we did this right. Then to a water bactel named token potion. Okay, and this said end law. It should say with law, and this doesn't need to be a comma, it needs to be the word end. Alright, so cool. So let's just do a slash token shop, and we have ourselves here both of these. And yeah, this looks almost right, but this is a bit of a different color. So what you can do is you can search for the Minecraft color codes from in Minecraft, as you can see, and there are a few colors here, a few websites with this. So this is the one that I have already, but oh, so I used end 1, which is dark blue, but I should have used end 9. So let's just use 9 here, and yep, so that works. Now this should work, and it should look like an actual potion. Yeah, so this looks like a potion now. Oh, by the way, while you're in the shop, you can't actually click any items from your inventory because the check actually checks really weirdly. But yeah, this still works. So anyhow, let's actually make again all of these items work. Now, first thing we want to do is we want to have, after all of this, we want to actually just, oh wait, we actually also want to make the potion be buyable. For the price, oh yeah, forgot to add a price to this. So let's add a price to it. Let's just write end quotes cost, cost like that. then again and free. Let's make this cost 75 and be tokens, because this, no, actually 75 is really too much. 55, yep. So again, let's keep all of this here, but if it's 54, then we remove 55, and instead of giving that, you want to give a water bottle with all of this, yeah, like that. Alright, so let's try this. Reload the tokens, and I wrote this wrong, because again this needs to be end. So once again, reload this, and you can now do /tokens shop, and if you have enough money for it, then bam, you can get yourself the potion of night vision. This didn't work. Why didn't this? Why that? Alright, that didn't work. 1 second. I think I just /tokens. 1 second. I have enough. So something here didn't work. So let's try this. Let's look into the problem. This all works. Oh, that's just slot 15 and not slot 11. That's pretty simple. So let's just fix that. Again, reload tokens, and again do tokens shop. So now this boy gives me a token potion, and this one gives me a token talisman. So let's actually make both of these work. So we'll start with the talisman because it's the easiest to code. What you want to check for is if you have the item in the player's inventory. So let's just do an if player's inventory has and then what you really just want is to copy this player's call like this. Now this probably won't work because I've completely just forgotten how you make this, but what you really want to do is to set currencies underscore rand, and I'm just going to use a temporary variable for this, so I'll just name it rand and make it temporary by using the underscore to a random number between 1 and 2. Now what you want to do is remove that and do if rand is 2, then we want to add one more token, because I just like this is the easiest way to do it. So I fixed the problem. So first thing, this needs to say if player has skull, actually has, and then like the item that you want to check for, and then this we need to set rand to a random integer, not number, and then if rand is between if rand is 2, then we add 1 to the tokens of the UID of player, and we send double tokens. So if you, as you can see, if I will just reload this, then occasionally I get the word double tokens, and if we check the tokens, then you can see right now I have this much. I have 439, and I mined 2, but one of them gave me double tokens, so now I got 3 out of those. I got 3 tokens for mining 2 blocks. So this is amazing, this works. But now we also want to make the second one work. So what you want to do is you want to make a little section here, which I will, and then what you want to do is you want to add a on consume event. That's not how you write consume, because I forgot the O. This should work if players tool is, and then what you want to do is, if it's a water bottle, name blah blah blah. Then what you want to do is, first of all, just make this work. Let's just test if this actually works by just doing that. I'll also just copy this potion. But yeah, so this detects that, and if I eat any other kind of potion, just a normal water bottle maybe, and if I drink like anything else, that doesn't happen. So only if I drink the token potion. So that's nice. So now, instead of sending the word test, what you want to do is, we want to first of all apply effects mining fatigue for 2 player for 1 minute. This should work, but I'm not sure. Then we also want to set, let's just use a has potion. Let's just make a variable. Let's name it has yeah, let's just name this has potion, and then UUID of player to true, because this should be a bool thing. A bool is basically a argument which can only be true or false. So yeah, and then what you want to do is, we want to add a check for this. So if player has a, so if is true, if the has potion is true, then what you want to do is, we want to, oh wait, first of all, we also want, in here we want to do wait 1 minute, and then we want to set this to false. So let's just copy this, and let's just write here false, and bang. So as I was saying, we just want this to say something else. So let's set this up so that you have let's just copy this for now, and bang. So after that, you want this to be of 1 or 3, and if it's 1 or 2, then we add another token and we write double tokens. Now this should all work now. Let's just sk load tokens, and yeah, so the effect didn't work. So I will just check this. Okay, so I fixed this. What you need to write is, instead of apply potion effect mining fatigue for 1 minute, you want to write apply potion of mining fatigue of tier 1 to player for 1 minute. So let's just reload that, and then that works. So let's drink this potion. We now have mining fatigue, and we have a really high chance of getting double tokens, which make this extremely effective in getting yourself tokens. So let's also, but of course there is also the chance that you get the both of these. You get like this one and this one, and as you can see, that can happen. So let's just clear our chat and have like a pretty big area here, and let's try to see if we can get double tokens. So like, I guess a triple token. So we've mined 5 and we got 1 2 3 4 5 6. So yeah, this is extremely that's just possible. That's like a possibility to happen. So yeah, if you have yourself the token talisman and also a token potion, then you can get triple tokens. It doesn't actually write that, but it can happen. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been Adam. This has been Script Economy Tutorial Part 2, and also the last one. And goodbye!